Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. That's right, it's Wednesday, new album review day today. We've got here on metalbladerecords the sixth release from new wave of British heavy metal veterans. I want to say legends, because I think a lot of these new wave of British heavy metal bands have still survived all these years later, they're kind of legendary. But, you know, when you throw around that legendary tag, there's going to be a ton of people like, I never heard of this band before. Well, so how about veterans, right? Satan, Earth Eternal. I'm sorry, Earth Infernal. Earth Eternal. Earth Infernal. Sorry. Sixth album from these veterans. Okay, they've been around. Their first album came out 1983, Court in the Act. Kind of looked at as a minor classic of the new wave of British heavy metal movement. They reunited back in, like 2012 or something like that. They put out an album called Life Sentence. And this is the fourth album they've released since that reformation. And let me tell you something, all four of them pretty damn spectacular. We got Life Sentence in 2013, Atom by Atom in 2015, Cruel Magic in 2018, now 4 years later, Earth Infernal 2022. Could be the best of the lot. I don't know. I mean, all four of them really great. We had Court in the Act, the debut in 1983, and Suspended Sentence in 1987 before they kind of broke up as Satan, changed the name, a lot of the same guys. They became Pariah, released a couple albums in the late 80s, popped up back again in the 90s. They also went out as Blind Fury briefly. So this band's got kind of like a weird history. But as Satan, this is their sixth full-length album. Now, before we get going, all right, just because the name says Satan does not mean that this is this ridiculously satanic death metal music. Come on, people. Stop worrying about the name of the band. If you love early 80s classic metal, you love classic Iron Maiden circa the first two albums, you love like Angel Witch and Diamond Head and all that lovely stuff from the early 80s coming out of Great Britain, man, you're going to love this. Twin guitar harmonies all over the place. Great speed metal riffs and drums. Really, really strong vocals. Just a fantastic band, a fantastic album. So let's take a look here. Like I said, for those of you guys who are like, oh, now Pete's back talking about evil bands. There's nothing evil about this band. Just the name. It's not devil worshipping music by any means. All right. Tighten your belt up and stop worrying. All right. So here's the booklet. Got lyrics. Here's the guys in the band. All right, maybe getting older, but they're wiser, and man, they're playing their asses off on here. So we've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tracks. Okay, Ascendancy, Burning Portrait, 12 Infernal Lords, Mercury's Shadow, A Sorrow Unspent, Luciferic, From Second Sight, Poison Elegy, The Blood Ran Deep, and Earth We Bequeath. And let me read to you the guys in the band. So we've got Brian Ross on vocals. And I believe all or most of these guys are original members for the most part. Russ Tippins and Steve Ramsey on guitar. I'm pretty sure all three of those guys have been around since the beginning or close to the beginning. Graham English on bass and Sean Taylor on drums. See if I can find out exactly how long these guys have been around here. Well, most, if not all of them, have been around since the beginning. Hard to say. I'm looking for some additional information on that. But it's been pretty much the same lineup since the band reunited. So, fantastic stuff. Like I said, these are all fast-paced, anthemic, heavy metal anthems. I'd call most of this album speed metal. It's not really thrash. It's definitely speed metal. If you love twin guitar harmonies, loads of leads, great riffing, man, you've come to the right place. And the vocals are absolutely outstanding here. Probably some of my favorite tracks on the album. I love Mercury's Shadow, which, man, sounds like it could have been like a leftover track from either the first Iron Maiden album or Killers. just the feel is very similar. There's a naivety about this album that just really takes you back in time, which I love quite a bit. From Second Sight. Great song, great hook, vocals are great. It's anthemic, fist-pumping stuff. Lead guitars all over the place. Poison Elegy is another great song. The Blood Red Deep is quite good, but I mean, it starts right out of the gate. Ascendancy and Burning Portrait just kind of like grab you by the throat right off the bat and just don't let go. And the drumming is great, man. The gymnastic guitar playing all going off each other, just excellent. And then his soaring vocal attack is just quite good. And this band, if you've listened to their debut album, but specifically the 4 reunion albums they've put out, even the production of the albums kind of takes you back like 35, 40 years, which is kind of neat. They definitely sound, it's like underproduced. It's very raw. It's not big, bright, shiny Andy Sneap type stuff. This more sounds like, very low budget productions from the early 80s. I think they do that on purpose because obviously they probably have the money to make it sound a little more squeaky clean and big and bright and beefy and all that. And they choose not to. And I think there's a charm to that. And again, when I listen to this album, and I listen to any of their more recent albums, it just reminds me of like 1981, 82, 83 all over again. And a lot of those albums that we heard that were coming out of Britain at the time, a lot of these metal albums that we're thinking, wow, these great new bands, right? So the guys are still sounding exactly like they did back then, except now they're much better on their instruments. And I mean, the songwriting and playing, I mean, this is all top-notch stuff. I can't stress highly enough how good this album is. This Earth Infernal by Satan might be the best thing they've ever done. It's up for debate. Like I said, their last couple have been just great stuff. It's like I think it's about 47 minutes long or something like that. So it's perfect length too. Killer vocals, lots of good hooks, amazing guitar artistry all over here. Rampaging bass and drums, memorable songs, heavy, it's speedy. Everything you want from a classic sounding heavy metal album. And specifically, if you love the new wave of British heavy metal, they're still back. They're still kicking ass. And this is going to be a must-hear for anybody. Easily 4.5 out of 5 star. Might even give it a perfect 5 out of 5. It's that damn good. I've listened to this a ton over the last week. And really good. Earth Infernal, Metal Blade Records. Check it out. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're on YouTube all the damn time. So please investigate it. Just, guys, don't get your panties in an uproar over the name of the band. It's great heavy metal music. That's all that matters. And we'll see you real soon here on the channel. This is on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. We also have the link below to our merch page and our Ko-Fi page for channel donations. So thanks for watching. I am Pete. We'll see you real soon here with more stuff on the channel. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.